Hi, Tegis. In the last session, we have discussed about the configuring the bean information in the configuration XML file. We have configured as well. Okay. Now we are going to write the client application or create. We have already created. We are going to write the code. Like we are going to create the container first. Okay. So let's eliminate this out. Okay. Okay, here we are creating a container. So we know, right, we have two containers. One is bean factory and application context. So I'll go with the application context container. Okay, I'll create an object of application context container, and I will use the implementation class as a class path XML application context because I'm using the XMLs as a I'm using a configuration file as XML. So I have to go with the class path XML application context implementation class only. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll create an application context container. So let's create application context. Okay, let's import this one. Okay, first let's write this application context, and we have to import this one. Okay, let's import this application context. Mhm. Yeah, import application context. This application context, it's available in arg spring framework dot context. It's a package. Okay, so now here we have to give our implementation class name, right? So we have an implementation class called class path xml application context. So this class path xml application context, it's a normally it's a class name. Okay, this is a constructor. So if we get inside the constructor, so there are so many constructor, and we are looking for one constructor which is taking the configuration file as a parameter. Let's go and see. Yeah, okay. See, this is the class path XML application class is a class, and here we having the constructor, the one we have created, and this is a different constructor. We are looking for the configuration file. See here. See, this is the constructor we are looking for. It creates a new class path XML application context, loading the definitions from the given XML file. Okay, so definitions are nothing but the bean definitions, and automatically refresh the context. Okay, so now we will use this constructor. Okay, so come here, and here, one second, I'll bigger the screen. Okay, so here we'll give the configuration file. See here, it is taking the string only, right? See, it is taking the string, and here we have to provide the configuration location. So where is our configuration file is available here. Okay, by default it will take the employee. So by default it will take the, if we are providing the employee cfg.xml file, it is available in the class path only. By default it will take employee hyphen cfg.xml file. Okay, okay, one second, yeah. Mm. Okay, okay, it's created. Okay, now we have created the container. Okay, and the container is loading the configuration xml file. Okay, so now what you're thinking, so when the container is loading the configuration xml file, of course by default the cursor will be going to the employee configuration xml file. Here it will come and it will understand this is a beans. Okay, this is a beans tag. Okay, it will comes inside the beans tag, and it will read this bean, and it will create an object of the bean. How it will create, I have already told you. It will use the new instance method. It will create an object of that bean. So employee object equals to new employee, and it will call to set these properties. It will call the setter methods of setter methods of that class setter methods of the setter methods of that class. Okay, so likewise it will create and set the values. It is happening behind. I'm just explaining you people how it is, the container is going to create an object. Okay, so now if you want to create an object after the Spring container is created, creating an object, then if you want to use that object, okay, if you want to use that object, see here, this object it is created, and if I want to use this object, then how can I get that object? So in order to get the object, we have a method called getBean. So getBean is a method which will be used to get the bean information from the container. Okay, so now we'll say that application context. GetBean is a non-static method, and it is available in the bean factory in interface. So as bean factory is a parent to the application context, it will be coming to the uh, application context as well. You can see right here it is showing two things, get bean of string and get bean of a class. See here we require string only. Okay, so here we will provide the name. So what is our bean name over here? What is a bean name? Or nothing but bean name or bean id, both are same, so employee. So let's go and give the employee. So whatever the name you have provided in your configuration xml file, the same name you have to provide, otherwise it will throws an exception, bean not found exception, it will throws it. Okay, so this this object is what type? Normally this object is what type? Employee type. So normally this getBean method will return the object. Okay, what I'll do is I'll return the object, then I will typecast it explicitly, object obj. Okay, so now I will convert this object into this employee class, employee object class. Okay, so now explicitly I'm typecasting, I'm converting object into employee. You can directly write, but few people didn't understand, so that's why here I'll give the employee, here I'll give the object which I am explicitly typecasting. Okay, got it. Okay, so now if you want to, like if you want to see whether the same object which is returning, which we are getting from the container or not, so we can write once is out. Okay, and we can give the employee information. So if you hit and run the Java application, it will gives you the object name. It will use the object name. See, it will use the object name. So what you have to do is you have to create a toString method in your employee bean to get your all details, like to get the all the values information which is setted by the container. If you want to get that, you have to create a toString. Right click on your properties, source, generate the toString. Okay, right click, source, generate toString. So generate the toString. Oh my god, it went, I think. No, it's not. I thought the screen recorder is off. Okay, so we'll do it. We'll create the run, generate the setters and getters. Not toString method. Okay, we'll generate the toString method. Now it is generated. Okay, okay. Come here and right click and run this application. You will get the answer. Whatever the value you have given in your configuration, the same values you will get. See, you are getting the values: employee name, contact number, organization name, and employee address. Okay, um, that's it for now. You have seen this simple example of a spring core. Okay, there are more to discuss. Okay, there will be a reference. There is a reference tag as well. There is a auto wiring feature as well. So we'll discuss this reference tag and auto wiring feature in the next coming sessions. Until then, thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe the videos and share. Hit the like bell icon to get the latest updates. Okay, thank you for watching. um, Bye. We'll see you in the next video.